A Buddha image in Thailand typically refers to three-dimensional stone, wood, clay, or metal cast images of the Buddha. While there are such figures in all regions where Buddhism is commonly practiced, the appearance, composition and position of the images vary greatly from country to country. Dvaravati period. During the Dvaravati period, 7th through 11th centuries, there were two factions of Buddhism practiced in the region that now encompasses present-day Thailand, namely Mahayana and Theravada. The types of images constructed during this era reflects the distinction. Much of the basis for the Buddhist artwork of the Dvaravati period was influence from Buddhist art in India, including the Amaravati and Gupta styles, although there was also local and Khmer influence. Such images include the following classical archetypes: Buddha in the Tribhanga, leaning, physician with somewhat Indian facial features and no aureole. The right hand is typically free, while the left is depicted grasping the Buddha's robe. Buddha in the Amaravati style with loosely folded legs and a lotus-shaped aureole. Such statues have a continuous eyebrow, a flat nose and thick lips. Square-faced cliff-chin Buddha with some Khmer features. Legs are typically fully folded. The Buddha sits on a lotus base. Sri Vijayaya images. Sri Vijayaya images are found in southern Thailand. They were constructed between the 8th and 13th centuries. Typically, they reflect the teachings of the Mahayana school of Buddhism. Unlike other Thai Buddha images, Sri Vijayaya images were generally made of clay, with less emphasis on durability, as their purpose was to benefit the deceased, rather than perpetuate the teachings of the Buddha. Lapri images. Lapri images date back to the 11th century. They are typically found in northeast Thailand, and their style is essentially similar to Cambodian Buddha images. Such images typically have a cone-shaped cranial protuberance in the form of tiers of lotus petals. The hair depicted in the images is considerably more realistic than the hair of the Dvaravati images, and may be either straight or curly. The face of the Buddha typically has a small smile, while the earlobes are an unusually large proportion relative to the rest of the face, often hanging down nearly to the image's shoulders. A second Lapri style is the Naga-protected Buddha with the heads of Naga forming a protective taper around the Buddha's head. Chang and Lana images. Chang and Lana images were created in northern Thailand between the 10th and 13th centuries. Early images were similar to the palace-style Buddha images of India, with lotus bud or orb-shaped hair curls, round faces, narrow lips and prominent chests. Such images were usually in the subduing Mara position, cross-legged, with the soles of the Buddha's feet visible. Many later Chang and Lana images began to be constructed from crystals and gemstones. Sukhothai period. During the Sukhothai period, 14th century, the style of the Thai Buddha images radically changed due to the influx of new ideas from Sri Lankan Buddhism. Buddha images were cast with the intention of depicting superhuman traits of the Buddha, and were designed to express compassion and serenity in posture and facial expression. The Sukhothai period witnessed the innovation of the four modern postures of the Thai Buddha, that is walking, standing, sitting and reclining. Images often had a flame-shaped aureole, finely curled hair, a slight smile, broad shoulders and an oval face. A common pose was the subduing Mara, with the Buddha seated on a plain base. Notable variations within the Sukhothai period include the Kamphangpat, the Phabuddha Chinnarat, such as the most famous Chinnaratic Watva Sri Ratanamahata were Amahin, and the Watakwan groups of images. Wat Tramat Golden Buddha, which is a famous tourist attraction in Bangkok, is made in the Saku Thai style, so it may indeed date from that period. Uthong Images. There are three categories of Uthong images from the 12th through 15th century in central Thailand. The first such style was a fusion of the Dvaravati and Khmer style images. They would typically adorn a lotus bud aureole and Khmer facial features. The second style was similar to the Lopri images. The third and most recent Uthong style had considerable influence from the Saku Thai images, but often had hairbands unique to Uthong images. Theravada Period. Theravada images were created between the 10th and 18th centuries. They had a unique hair frame and telltale narrow carvings above the lips and eyes. Early Theravada images were carved in stone with heavy influence from the Lopri images. Middle Theravada images were similar to the Saku Thai images, and were in similar poses. During this period, the images were often cast in bronze, and the size of the images were often large. In the late Theravada period, the images typically depicted the Buddha in royal attire, and the bases of the images bore ornate design. Modern Thai Buddha images. In modern times, Buddha images are often replicas of images from the Saku Thai and other early periods, often more ornately and elaborately adorned. Faces in new innovative depictions are typically more realistic and human-like. An elongated flame aureole is popular. Robes depicted in modern images often depict floral designs. The Indian Gandhara style, as well as Western art, have also influenced many of the modern images. Bunlua Sulalat's concrete sculpture gardens, Buddha Park and Salikoku, give an example of contemporary highly creative and unconventional artistic treatment of Buddhist subjects. See also Wat Chang and Sanctuary of Truth.